Hi everyone and welcome to this week's guidance video. You're here with Karen Slater from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting. And the messages for this week are for Monday, today, the 3rd of April through to Sunday, the 9th of April. I've just glanced, I get messages from clouds and I have literally just looked out my window and there is this magnificent, great big fluffy cloud and it seriously looks like there's a finger pointing, and I'm like, okay, off you go. I just love the way that the universe will give us messages and signs when we least expect it, and when we're looking for signs, we look so hard. It's like that, if you had a bubble, so if you've blown a bubble, and the ones that you can blow out of the machines, and you blow this bubble, and then the more you try and grasp the bubble, the more it floats away from your hands. And I can't help but feel that when we are seeking the signs of the universe, that's what it's like. We are trying so hard to grasp onto it that it forever eludes us. And what I've come to know and understand and learn is that when we sit and take a breath, and just before doing this video for you guys, I sit here and I ask that I be held in the arms of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father God. And I ask that the Holy Spirit move through me to use my eyes, my ears, my words, my mouth, and for the highest good of all that will be drawn to this, to these messages this week. And that, I'm in that space and I'm feeling myself held in the arms of the universe, and I'm feeling the love of the universe begin to wrap itself around me and wind its way up through my body. And then as I glance out the window, as I start doing this, there's the finger that's pointing, right on. So the universe will give us the signs that we are seeking when we least expect it. And when we least expect it, that's when it will have the maximum results, the maximum impact, the maximum alignment, so that when you look at it, that could be anything, but it was only that in that moment of connecting to source and feeling the arms of, my angels and spirit and everything that I connect with around me, and then looking up and seeing that image, it's like the moment I connected, I felt the impact in my heart. You saw it. I felt the impact in my heart and the joy in my heart of, wow, that's a message from spirit. And so when we're not looking for it, that's when we will most connect the strongest with it. And so I feel that must be very relevant to some of you this week, because in the seeking, the seeker will forever be the seeker, won't they? Because what is it ultimately that they are seeking? And when we are seeking for anything, what is it that we're looking for? We're looking for that connection. We're looking for the rightness. We're looking for the feelings of abundance. And we're looking for a sense of being at peace and being at one and being at home. And, and you guys have heard me talk about this a lot. I've spent, a lot, the majority, and this is not upon me, I'm just sharing this because that's what I do. I share my experiences in case it resonates with somebody else, and you may be only one person that needs to hear this, and it may help you. But I've really, felt that I don't know how to word it, the not rightness of being here. And there's a part of my soul that just really wants to just be connected in that beautiful soul space all the time. But I have to calibrate myself to walk this life and experience this human experience while finding the balance of still having that spirit connection. And so in order for me to do whatever it is that I'm here to do, I have to have this balance, this grounding, this human experience, and I have to be here. And so I have to then be okay in the skin and the form that I'm in, and I have to be okay in every moment with who I am. And, you know, my friends know this and they're so beautiful. So thank you for still loving me when I can be really crazy. You know, I've struggled with this a lot. And while it's not anything that somebody can fix for me, and it's not always, I don't struggle with this every day. There's just moments when this will come up. But it's almost to the point of, well, at what point? All right, so what point then is this really me feeling this way, or is this my ego mind? And is this my ego mind that's just sneaking in the back door? And of course it is, obviously, or it wouldn't be coming through right now when I'm connected so strongly. You know, it's coming in the background to keep me in that unsettled, not, you know, and then puts you into that forever seeking mode. And it's a fulfillment, you know, wanting that fulfillment. And I guess too, as I look at that from a higher perspective as well, I guess that can also be, on some level, a form of addiction as well, because it's addicted to that feeling, addicted to that feeling, addicted to that feeling. And who am I without that feeling? And so I just love the way that sometimes we're presented with a recurrence of a theme in our lives that, and it could be several themes, but it might just be that one theme. And I'm feeling intuitively for myself that it's almost like I feel that the threads that are of that sensation that are hanging on to the ego mind, it's almost like I can feel and sense that the threads are unfurling, and it's like the ego mind is just trying to make the last ditch efforts to reel that sensation back in. And so I am the one that can control how I feel in any situation, and I am the one that is in control of how I allow the mental mind to run. I am the one that's in control of choosing my thoughts. And so I just think that for us that are forever the seeker of wanting to find the truth, I guess some of the biggest lessons I've learnt actually is really, it's in the sitting still, it's sitting in the quiet moments, it's in the unexpected moments that you will have the greatest insights and the greatest breakthroughs. So what can you focus on today? Today you can focus on, all right, this is where I'm at. This is what my life is right now today, unless of course you are at risk, or your safety is at risk, then you need to seek immediate assistance. But if it's just that normal process that we're going through, trying to find our way, trying to find where we're fitting into, then the art is in accepting where you're at. So, all right, this is where I'm at. And this doesn't mean we're wallowing, or it doesn't mean that we're settling for second best, and it doesn't mean that we're giving up. What it means is we're accepting that this is where I'm at right now, and I'm going to make the very best of what I have right now, and I'm going to find areas of what I have right now to be grateful for. And I'm going to give small blessings to each person that I come into contact with. I'm going to find one thing about every single person that I come into alignment with today that I can find positiveness about them. I can find something good about them. I can recognize the divinity within each person that I meet and come across today. And I'm going to expect that that is the part of those people that will be presented to me in any given moment. And I'm going to look for that. And I'm going to set an intention that I can find a blessing to give to every single person that I meet. And so that will help you to shift the energy and the focus of where you're at in the present moment. Because really, if we're not happy where we are in this moment, then we're living in the past or in the future. So if we can find things about this moment that we can be grateful for and give thanks for, then we're actually accepting the present moment as it's presenting itself to us. Because it's a present, right? It's being presented to you. I love that analogy. And so that will actually help you then to shift your alignment, to shift your vibrations, and to shift your expectations so that the next moment can open itself up and expand itself up to even more wonder for you. And as you acknowledge where you're at and as you experience living in the present moment, you will be amazed at what finds its way to you and presents itself to you. It's really fantastic. It's a great way to live your life. And I can absolutely appreciate that it's not always easy to do. But I can tell you 100% that if you make that commitment to yourself, you can actually make that happen in your life, because I too have done this. All right, I'm going to stop talking because that's what I do. So for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and of course I'm using I was drawn, I don't know if I used these last week, but I was drawn to use Doreen Virtue's, and I'm a huge fan, and I just love her and her work. Angel healing cards. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Oh, power. I love this. Beautiful. I love this. And I'm actually doing a workshop on the 3rd of June if you're in Victoria, Awakening the Spirit Within. So power, immediately, as soon as I actually feel the energy of this card and as I connect to your energy, what I'm really feeling is this is about... So often we are afraid, and I know even as a child, I was afraid for a long time of the power that I could feel within myself. There were, I could manifest things when I was a kid. I could stare at the phone and literally will for a particular person, old dial phones, mind you, none of this smartphone showing my age. And I would stare at the phone and I would want one of my friends to call me because I wasn't allowed to use the phone. But I thought if they called me, then I could talk to them. And so I would just focus all of my attention on the phone and be connecting to this person going, call me, call me, call me. And within minutes, this person would call me and it would frighten me. I would be amazed, but I couldn't tell anyone. Back then I was like, well, I've done this amazing thing. Well, I think I have, and who am I going to say it to? But what frightened me at times was how incredibly powerful, the power that surged through me, and the power that surged through when the phone rang, and that instant knowing that, oh my God, that is this person. And then that power still flowing through when you pick up the phone and it's like it's them, and it's like, wow, I made that happen in less than minutes. In minutes, I actually connected on an energetic level psychically to another person and encouraged that person to call me. I think I was about 15 at the time, 14, 15. And so we do have this feeling within us. We're taught and we're encouraged to be small, to not step out of our comfort zone, to not reach for our dreams because, they're only for the special elite people. And who is to say that? Each of us has our own unique gifts and talents that we come into this life with. Each of us have our own power. It is our own power source. And so there's a couple of things here for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Step into your own power. And how do you do that? You do that by connecting, by breathing into your heart space. Breathing into your heart space and feeling. Not thinking your way to it, feeling in your heart. And you can just sit, you could sit for 5 minutes every morning. And you don't have to do a mantra, you don't have to do a meditation. You could just sit for 5 minutes every morning and feel your breath going in and out of your body. And after you do this for a little bit, you'll start to feel a tingle within your body. You'll start to feel an expansiveness within your chest. You'll start to feel the beginnings of the sensations of joy beginning to actually move up your body and into your heart space. And that is the power that is within you. That is the power. You have the power to create your own life. You have the power to manifest into your life all that you desire. It's about saying, okay, well, I'm going to step into my power, and I'm going to call on the energy of the angels, and I'm going to call on the energy of the divine, and I'm going to feel appreciation and love for this life that I have. And that is going to empower me in my appreciation, in my blessing, in my gratitude, and in my thanks. That is going to empower me, because when I'm being negative and when I'm looking at lack and when I'm feeling the pain and when I'm looking at the darkness in the world around me, that's just taking you into a fear-based, and that's taking your fear away from you. That's making you feel powerless. That's making you feel helpless. And so you're really being encouraged to step into your power through gratitude, appreciation, and thanks, trust, and faith. Now, they are two very unique areas to move into. I have always had a very deep faith, and there has always been a part of me that has always known, no matter what and no matter how bad things have been or have gotten, that there has always been a deep, deep sense within my soul that I'm going to be okay and everything is going to be all right. Somehow, I don't know how, but I just know within my whole heart that there is a force within the universe that loves me so incredibly and loves me so unconditionally and wants so much for me to be in alignment, to be of service, to be free, to be happy, to be joyful, and to really experience living this life. And I connect to the energy of that source, and I have faith and trust that that will guide me to where it is that I need to be. So perhaps you're being asked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to reconnect with what it is that you have faith in, and how is that serving you, and how can you shift it, or shift your awareness, or shift your thoughts, or shift your emotions so that you can become more fully in alignment with that. And kindness, gratitude, thanks, giving loving, mindful thoughts to all that you have in your life will actually help you to shift into that vibrational frequency. Okay, Thursday, Friday, truth and integrity. Okay, I love how we have reoccurring themes at times. So truth and integrity is really in alignment with being in stepping into your power. So how are you going to use that power? Are you going to use that empowerment to honor and love yourself? Are you going to use that power to be of service to something greater than yourself? And if you're of service, how is that? Now, I've been saying recently that if anything happened and this was not the work I was meant to be doing, if I needed to go and get a real job, but I love my job, so thank you, universe, because this is my full-time job, I would do a barista course and I would make coffee for people, but I would infuse as much positive and loving energy as I could into each one of those coffees, that I would be making somebody's day through that coffee. And ever since I was young, it's always been joyful for me to make somebody laugh, or to make somebody smile, or to make somebody feel good, because that makes them feel good and it makes me feel good, because I guess without really knowing, intuitively, I'm raising the vibration of people around me. And so on Thursday and Friday, you're being asked to do an internal self-check. What am I in alignment with? What are my values in this situation? And if you're finding yourself in a situation that you're feeling in internal conflict with, I feel that you're being asked to have a look at the situation and just ask yourself, do you need to be there firstly? Do you need to be a part of this situation? Can you remove yourself from the situation and allow others to resolve the issue if you're not directly involved? Hand the situation over to your angels. And a good visualization that I love, again, is coming into the heart center, seeing your heart as a beautiful golden ball of light. And then if there is another person that is not in alignment with you at this time, I'm really not going to cough, please remove this. If they're not in alignment with you at this time, see them also, their heart center, coming up in a golden ball of light. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm going to have a drink. And see your two hearts, so golden light coming down into your heart, beaming out into the heart of the other person, and see that they are also connected to source, because we are all connected to the divine, and see that energy flowing between the two of you. And then this is a beautiful way that you can hand a situation and a person or a relationship over to the hands of the universe, and see yourselves wrapped in the arms of the universe, and then trust that whatever is for the highest good of each of you will actually occur. Because a lot of the times when we are trying to resolve an issue from our own energy, and we're not empowered because we're trying to use our own energy, and if we're empowered, we're actually connecting to source and we're asking source to heal this on our behalf, to provide us with the strength and the insight and the clarity that we need in order to resolve an issue. If we're not coming from that space, then you're coming from completely from the ego mind. You're coming most likely from fear, and you're also in that probably fight or flight response as well. And so I really feel for Thursday and Friday that you're being asked to check your intentions and asking the question, is it in alignment with your values? If it's not in alignment with your values, then how can you shift? So can you remove yourself from it? If not, then hand it over to the universe. And I often will do this little self-check, and the little self-check is this my ego? So am I feeling defensive? Because really, what is there to defend? That is the illusion, isn't it? That I'm under attack. That is the illusion of this world. And so that is what the ego mind thrives on. And so I will often do that. But I will regularly call on the energy of source to flow through me, to help me to see through the eyes of source what this situation really is about, what is the truth of the situation, and what is my part, and what would you have me do? What would you have me say, and what would you have me do? So that's for Thursday and Friday. So for Saturday and Sunday, my favorite, Archangel Michael. Absolutely love the energy of Archangel Michael, and I love working with Archangel Michael, and I work with him a lot through the Ascension Reiki, and it's Ascension Reiki and Angelic Hosts of Light. It's such a beautiful form of healing. And so on Saturday and Sunday, you're being asked to really call on Archangel Michael to flow into your life. I'm wanting to move through my chakras as well. So perhaps on the weekend, you could actually take the time out to do a chakra cleansing meditation, because if all of our energy centers are cleansed, and if all of our energy centers are in alignment and balanced, and we've moved through any blockages and debris and I guess trapped energies and unresolved energies, if we're clearing that throughout our energy centers, then it's so much easier for you, isn't it, then to be in alignment with your source, to be in alignment with the divine energy of the universe, and of course to be grounded to Mother Earth. And so I feel for Saturday and Sunday, you're being asked to call on the beautiful energy of Archangel Michael and asking him to really move into your life at this time. You can ask him to sever all ties that do not serve your highest good. You can ask him to cleanse your auric field, your aura, your etheric field, your auric field, your energy field, whatever language you use. You can ask him to cleanse from you all lower forms of energy. You can ask him to cleanse. So we can just say, Archangel Michael, I ask you now to step into my life at this time. I ask you now to please step into my auric field, to bring in your loving, healing energy of protection, to flow over my energy fields and my chakras, cleansing and clearing away all negative and non-serving energies. I ask that you, Archangel Michael, please remove all psychic debris, all energy that does not rightfully belong to me. And I ask that you protect me. I ask that you guide me. And I ask that you provide me with the next steps that it is for me to take on my spiritual journey. And I ask that the energy of your loving heart flow through mine so that I may see clearly my way forward. And so it is. So thank you very, very much. I'm so grateful to each and every single one of you who leave comments, who like the video, who watch the video. I'm so grateful to all of you. There is an abundance of loving energy that flows always, always towards us from the divine. And the expectation is always there for us to excel and to succeed and to flourish and to reach our highest potentials. But you know what? We've also been gifted with free will, and will always be your choice whether or not you choose to do that. And so I hope that this serves you well. If you yourself think that you could be interested in learning Ascension Reiki, using the energy of the angelic hosts of light, connecting with the ascended masters and angels, then I'm running my next workshop weekend on the 6th of May 2017. Details are under my events tab, Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting. And if you're interested in connecting and awakening the spirit within you, tapping into your own intuition, tapping into your own internal guidance, and discovering that power within you, empowering yourself and embracing that power, then please join me on the 3rd of June for the Awaken the Spirit Within workshop. And of course, if you'd like to book in with your own one-on-one psychic medium reading, I can't speak now, healing, sound healing, or spiritual counseling session with me in person or via Skype, you can do so also. Check out the Book Now tab on my Facebook page or website, Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting. So much love to you all. Thank you so very much. I'm so blessed and so grateful to each and every one of you. Have a wonderful week. It's a beautiful week for you all. There is so much there for you. Love you all. Mwah. Thank you. Bye. Namaste.